Hey guys, what's up? It's been a while since I've done one of these speed paint plus commentary video, which is exactly what I'm doing today. I'm gonna show you guys a speed paint of Sonic, Tails, and Amy from the IDW comics, and I'm going to be talking about my process on how I drew this because I love telling you guys that. I think it's cool. So yeah. So to start, I needed inspiration, and once again, like I said, I drew them from the Sonic IDW comics. And if you don't know what that is, I recommend you Google it or just like watch videos on it, because it's, like I said, it's called the IDW comic. So it's a comic made by Ian Flynn, well, written by Ian Flynn, and it's just showcasing the Sonic characters and their like adventures or whatever after Sonic Forces, right? So yeah, it's a pretty good comic. I love it. It's amazing, and I think anyone who really like wants to know about it should check it out. Anyway, back to the speed paint. I start with the sketch like usual. I'm using a new brush now, a more texturized brush, because I feel like my art style has been changing a bit, or not art style, just what I want to use when it comes to, I don't know, my drawing process. So I think I'm like shifting more to texturized drawings, maybe. Things are a little more grainy or like gritty or something like that. Even though the final piece might be a lot more clean than I would want it to, it's still something I'm experimenting with. Yeah, so anyway, I start with the sketch and I just lay out their composition poses where I want them to be, Sonic, Tails, and Amy's, and then I finalize their or not finalize, I just well, I draw the pose, the actual pose, instead of their I don't know what it's called. I don't know what to call it. You see what I mean. I just sketch over, their actual poses or whatever, and their poses I picked reference from actually the IDW comics. It was like chapter or volume. I don't know what it was. I forgot what volume or chapter it was. I'll put it up there so you guys can see. But yeah, I picked from there. Their poses. It was like from like 3 different panels or whatever, but it all goes together like really well. Once I finish the sketch or whatever, I move on to drawing the background, because I have to get the background first, and because of what I read in the IDW comics, which was the inspiration for this, I knew I wanted to go with something more like space themed. And in my past space themed drawings, they weren't, well, to me, they weren't exactly the best, or I feel like the background could have been better or showed like the theme of space or something. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I hope you understand what I mean. I just feel like I did a space themed background better in this drawing, I feel, than in the past. But yeah, that's just me. That's just how I feel. Yeah. So once I drew the background, I add in the flat colors for the characters. Or I don't exactly pick from their color palette or their character. I just pick colors and experiment with it, see if I can get to the closest thing of how they look originally. So yeah, and then after that I add darker shadows in, mainly just like black for like the parts that the light doesn't reach. And then I add like a white outline on the characters now to like show, because I don't want the line art to blend in with the shadows, so I add a white line to separate that. So yeah, and then once I do that, I move on to the actual shading, which is based off of just their atmosphere, or I grab from the atmosphere around them. Grab from the atmosphere, what I'm talking about. I color drop from the background, and I put that on top of the characters for their shadows, and then I add light, or if there is like a really strong light source, and that's what I'll do, like I did in this painting, where you can see there's like blues or like greens for the light and where it's coming from, and that's what I do for here. And then if there's like another light source, which you can see there's like glass shards, like these orange or yellow lit glass shards or whatever, yeah, if there's another light source like that, I you know, that stays there, and I well, yeah, it's just another light source, yeah. So yes, and then I get on to the rendering process, which is just me cleaning up and finalizing the rest of the drawing, touching up a few things here and there, making sure everything you know, blends together well, because it's the rendering process. And yeah, that's pretty much my drawing process now. I feel like it has changed a bit. I feel like I follow maybe somewhat of an order when it comes to my drawing process now. I feel like before I was like pretty much like all over the place when it came to my drawings, but now I think I'm actually getting the hang of like when I should add the flat colors in, when I should add the shading in, and the lighting and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, I feel like I've grown in that area, but you know, the proof is in the pudding. So yes, and yes, that is my art process. And before I wrap this up, I want to say there are some goals I'm trying to reach in 2025, specifically gaining more palettes, or at least I'll say subscribers, I guess, to branch out the community, of course. Anyway, to wrap this up, I hope you all enjoyed this speed paint, and if you guys have any, you know, just in general, or suggestions on what you'd like to see me do besides just speed paints and like commentary videos and stuff, anything like that, then I would love to hear them in the comments, and also just share your opinions on, you know, what you think, suggest any Sonic characters you would like me to draw. I would definitely take any of that. I appreciate every one of you watching towards to the end of this video, and I hope you all enjoy. I've been Pastel Palette, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.